Hey, it's Steve Brown with Entertainment City. It's been nearly a year since the music world was rocked by the suicide of Linkin Park frontman Chester Bennington. In that time, his bandmate Mike Shinoda has created a solo project called Post Traumatic. It's an album that he tells me has been his way of dealing with the grief.
They'll tell you I don't care anymore, and I hope you'll know that's a lie.
I'd started doing this music because it was just therapeutic, because I'd been through something difficult, and that's the way I process like difficult stuff.
That difficult backdrop to Shinoda's new solo work is the death of Bennington, who took his own life last July at the age of 41. In his new album, Shinoda explores emotional themes including loss, the healing process, and self-discovery. It's emotional, and it's so raw what we hear, you know, post-traumatic, not traumatic.
Exactly.
Why that title?
To me, I felt like I was kidding myself if I tried to call it something else. Like, this just felt like what had happened, you know, with Chester and our whole experience. It was just, you know, it was really difficult. There was a time where I didn't even leave my house. There was a time where I thought, God, am I even gonna like keep putting out music? Is this all just done? Like, I have this whole body of work that he was a part of it, and as much as all the rest of us were, and you know, since it's not that way anymore, like, what's the right thing to do? You know, I use this album as it's a diary, basically. It's like, for this year, these are the ways that I've kind of progressed. It started in a really dark place, and now and by the end of the album, it looks to a more hopeful place. It's not a depressing album.
I don't know how to warn you for what I'm gonna say.
I just went with my gut. Like, Chester and I had always talked about, like, we had this thing about riding the wave. What I mean as it applies to this album was, I think that there are sometimes waves of opportunity, or the world around you is like moving in a direction, like really subtly. And if you're not paying attention, you won't ever notice it. But if you're kind of paying attention, I don't know, some people say, like, that's the universe telling me to do it.
Can I help you not to hurt anymore?
We're going to hear more from Mike tomorrow, including what he told me is the biggest lesson he's learned since losing Chester. For Entertainment City, I'm Devo Brown.